Your cold DM script could be the difference between your calendar looking like this or like this. Just like Rodrigo here and his video production agency that was able to produce over $300,000 in cash collected in just 6 months. And not only that, but cold emails have spam filters, and lately they've been getting absolutely insane. Cold DMs, on the other hand, on platforms like Twitter, land right in your prospect's inbox. With cold email, unless you are literally top 1% when it comes to deliverability, it's not even that people want to ignore you, it's just that your emails aren't landing in the inbox. So your emails aren't even being received. And so you spend a ton of time and money scraping leads, writing the perfect sequences to just have your emails not even be read. Another thing is that unlike cold email, cold DMs are not saturated at all. And so this makes it easy for your messages to actually stand out, meaning you can actually get your prospects' attention because they're not getting 100 plus DMs every single day in their Twitter inbox like they are on cold email. And lastly, there's no real big players playing the Twitter DM game right now. And so barrier to entry is low, and it's the lowest it'll ever be, meaning it's only going to get harder from here and more competitive as more people start getting on this new wave. Alright, so what makes a bad cold DM? There's a couple things that are going to be a dead giveaway that your DMs aren't going to work. First of all, if your grammar is really bad and you're going after a professional prospect, odds are they're not going to work too well. Another thing I see a ton is people not doing enough research, not personalizing with at least first name, and making their DMs just way too long. Another one I see a ton is people making their DMs super hard to read, meaning they don't format their DMs in a way that make it easy for people to just skim through, figure out what they're trying to pitch, and then decide whether or not they're going to answer. Another huge mistake that I see is people just talking about themselves. If there's something your prospect does not care about, it's literally you. They just care about what's in it for them. And so if you can't make it very clear as to why they should reply and why they should say yes to your offer, then you're doing something wrong. And the last one is either having no calls to action or having the wrong call to action. You really don't want to be pitching calls right off the bat. You just want to make it as easy as possible for the prospect to show interest in whatever it is that you're saying. I typically like going for soft CTAs, and so I'll get into those here shortly. I'm not saying those things aren't going to help, but if your script isn't good, you just won't be playing the game to the best of your ability. And so the real solution is to just avoid the mistakes that I was talking about here. I can pretty much guarantee that prospects will start taking you more seriously, and thus you'll start booking way more sales calls.